Just going to continue putting a couple more shots into that circle. That's fine. I could probably refine the zero slightly, but in these wind conditions it is a little bit tricky. This particular scope is the 6-18 SR Air Max scope, and it's set on 12 magnification at the moment. Now, after the initial zero at 30 yards, I'm now going to demonstrate where the pellet lands at 20 yards. I've moved 10 yards closer to the target, and it should land on that small cross that you see in the centre of the circle now. That's lovely. I've now moved back to 50 yards, and I'm hopeful to demonstrate where the pellet lands on the second line down from the centre, on that top right hand circle of that left hand card. Slightly high and right. That's the direction the wind's coming from, and I think it's actually lifting the pellet up. Pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Now I hope that demonstrates the points of impact on the reticle. Now I'm going to demonstrate the rifle on some targets at random ranges. I've got a selection of targets here on different lanes at my field target course. This particular rabbit target is about 29 yards away, so the pellet should land more or less on the crosshair. This target's about 20 yards away, so I need to re-parallax the scope. Because the target's a bit closer, and this pellet is going to be near the peak of its trajectory, so it's going to land on or about the cross on the reticle, on the very top. The line that's in the kill area at the moment is the 50-yard line. This target is actually 49, I believe. Well, that's fantastic. I hope this demonstrates the usefulness of this reticle. And now I'll show you how to use the other scope in the SR range, the SR6, where we can adjust the magnification to suit the trajectory. And in fact, on this particular occasion I'm going to use the next scope on a 177 rifle, even though the reticle was intended for .22 caliber. I've now moved over to the other scope in the SR range. This is an SR6. It varies from 3 to 12 magnification, and the reticle is designed to be used on 6 magnification, hence the name SR6, and it's primarily designed to be used on a .22 air rifle, zeroed at 30 yards, when the rifle's power is about 11.5 to 12 foot-pounds. But what I've done, I've actually mounted it onto a 177 rifle to demonstrate how the scope can be used to suit different trajectories and faster pellets. On this particular scope I've zeroed the crosshair in at 40 yards. I'll demonstrate that with a few shots. The scope's on 6 magnification at the moment. I think you can just see that shot in the pretty much in the centre of that circle. But this scope, if I wanted to use it where the lines equated to a 5-yard increment, I need to increase the magnification. So the next thing I have to do is to zoom the scope up to approximately 11 or 12 magnification. And that's on 12 magnification. And now the lines effectively are closer together in relation to the target. Now, because the 177 pellet has got a flatter trajectory, this should suit the flatter curve of the 177 pellet quite well. I'm just going to check that the zero is still on at 40 yards. It's got a slightly high right. I've still got some wind on this course, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's not too bad. The outer circles on these cards are approximately 40 millimeters, so that's within a respectable margin. And now what I'm going to do is the same thing as I did with the .22 caliber rifle, to try the scope at different ranges and show you the points of impact in relation to the reticle. Now I've moved a bit closer to the target. I'm now 25 yards away, and at this range the pellet flies higher than the main crosshair and should impact on that circle above centre. This represents about the peak of the pellet's trajectory. That's pretty good.